What's up, guys? Now, I don't do videos like this all the time, but when there's like big conventions that go down, like Comic-Con, I did a video on that, or other, things that happen, especially this is D23, which is Disney's conference, and all of Disney's properties. So, yesterday things broke, but I waited and I said, I'm going to wait until a lot more things break for me to do a video on the D23 stuff. And once the stuff just literally went down about an hour or two ago, I got all the information together that I wanted to talk about. And so here I am. And, I've got it all in my laptop. So I'm just going to, I got a couple of the topics that I want to talk about with you guys. So I'm just going to start off with the Lucasfilm stuff. With the Star Wars stuff, because we didn't really get that much. We didn't really get any new information from The Force Awakens, but we did get a new poster that they released, that they gave people exclusively, which has hit the internet, so I was able to see it, and I lost. It makes me speechless. The poster's beautiful. So, it just started out with J.J. Abrams. He comes onto the stage and he started talking about how he went to John Williams' house and heard some of the recordings that was conducted by John Williams and composed by John Williams for the film. I'm really anticipating to hear that new score. I love John Williams. He's probably my favorite composer of all time, and I love all the Star Wars soundtracks. I think probably my favorite would be Revenge of the Sith. I just think that score and everything that, every track, it was emotional to that score, and just the way John Williams was able to bring the older themes into this finale of that trilogy, and just, it was beautiful. I love that score and that soundtrack. Just some of the tracks in there. Anakin's Dark Deeds, which, the beginning half of the track is where Anakin's going through the Jedi Temple, and he's killing all the Jedi, and he's doing all these horrible things, and at the end of the song, it's the scene where Obi-Wan confronts Padme, and he pretty much tells her that he has to go kill Anakin, and then the music sweeps up into this big emotional climax of the song, where we just see Anakin staring out into the lava planet Mustafar, and as a tear coming down his face. I love that scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes of the whole entire saga, and just that track, I could really listen to that all the time. But I'm getting off topic here. So this new poster, I'll bring it up so you guys could see it. It looks really cool, and there's a lot of interesting things that we could be talking about here. Now, we see that front and center is Rey, which I think she's going to be like the Luke Skywalker of this new trilogy. I think she's going to lead them with Finn and Poe Dameron, which he's not on this poster, but I think those three are going to be like the Han, Luke, and Leia of this trilogy, or the Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme of that trilogy, of the prequels. I think that those three are going to be the leads of this. And we see the staff she's holding. A lot of people are curious, why is she always having this staff? And almost in every single picture that she's in, she has this bloody staff. What is the significance of it? We don't know yet. And then if we look at Finn, he is actually holding the lightsaber that Anakin used in Episode 3 to fight Obi-Wan, and then the one that Luke used to fight Vader in Episode 5. And, apparently it got through Cloud City, and it landed somewhere for Princess Leia to find it, and then her to give to Finn. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Maybe Finn just finds it where Leia is. I have no idea, but that's interesting to see that he has a lightsaber, and, how is he going to be able to use this? As we originally knew that he was the stormtrooper, that turns good. Like we think that he's joined the new order, the First Order, or whatever it is, with the stormtroopers, and we think he realizes that maybe he feels that he has the Force or something, and he doesn't want to do it anymore. So then he escapes, meets up with Daisy Ridley, and gets this lightsaber. I can't wrap my mind around, because we've seen a lot of footage where Daisy Ridley is she's in the desert, she's in Jakku, and we don't think that's where Carrie Fisher is. I mean, when we saw that snippet of Princess Leia from the Comic-Con reel, it doesn't look like she's in the desert anywhere. It looks like she's in a building. She might be in Yavin 4. She might be the leader of this new republic or whatever she is. We're not sure. But the way that these characters are going to come together, that's going to be very interesting. And then at the bottom of the poster, we see Han Solo with his gun, and that's pretty cool. We do not see Chewbacca on this poster, but then on the other side, you see the TIE Fighters and Kylo Ren up at the top right. This is just a really fantastic poster, and obviously it's not the theatrical one, but this is something that I would definitely buy and put up, because it looks fantastic. Just the way that the characters look and the way they're standing in their positions, it looks great. But we realize that they haven't really talked about Andy Serkis at all. I mean, he's playing the Supreme Leader Snoke, but really we haven't seen any of him in any of the press conferences at Comic-Con, at Star Wars Celebration, at D23. Andy Serkis is nowhere to be seen. Now, maybe that's just because he's promoting his new film that's coming out, or because they're trying to keep his character secret. Maybe, this Snoke guy is going to be like the new Palpatine of the series, or of this trilogy. I don't know what's going on there, but that's pretty much all the Force Awakens stuff that came out. And then they started getting into the Rogue One stuff, the anthology film, and they announced the official cast of the film. They also released a picture of it. So the cast is Felicity Jones from Theory of Everything, Diego Luna from Milk, Ben Mendelsohn from Bloodline, Donnie Yen for IP Man and Blade 2, Jiang Wen for Let the Bullets Fly and Devils on the Doorstep. I don't think I pronounced his name right, but I tried. Forrest Whitaker from Lee Daniels the Butler, Mads Mikkelsen from The Hunt, and Alan Tudyk, who plays a performance capture character in Rogue One, Conman series, and Riz Ahmed from Nightcrawler. I mean, this image looks really cool. We see Felicity Jones in the front. We think she's going to be the lead of the film. We see all these actors behind her. It just looks like a very dark kind of look. I mean, this kind of reminds me of the Suicide Squad picture that they released. It kind of looks similar, but it's different. This just looks like these people are ready for war, and it also looks like they're just hiding out. It looks like these are the people that are going to steal the plans of the Death Star. So I mean, they don't look like they want to be found by anyone. It almost looks like that they're in hiding, and Darth Vader is in the film too. I think that's been announced. A lot of people have been talking about it. They've been talking about it on Collider's Jedi Council and stuff, that Darth Vader's in the film. And then they were also talking about if the Emperor was going to be in the film. Personally, for me, I don't think that Sidious is going to be in the movie, because if you think about it, in A New Hope, we didn't see Sidious at all. We didn't even hear about him until the next film. So I don't think that he's going to be brought up. Maybe he'll be brought up, but I don't think he's going to be in the film at all. I mean, we might see Tarkin. I mean, I don't know if that's been confirmed yet, but if that's going to happen, I mean, that would be more understandable than to put Sidious or Palpatine in there. And that's pretty much all they said about Rogue One. But then they announced this gigantic bit of news, which is Colin Trevorrow, the director of Jurassic World, will be directing Star Wars Episode 9. So, I've been reading a lot of mixed reactions about this. A lot of people don't like the news. Some people do like the news. Some people are skeptical about the news, and I can't speak today. But for me, I don't think this was a bad idea. I mean, when they first rumored that Colin Trevorrow was going to direct Episode 9, my first initial thought was that that would be cool, because me personally, I was really one of those people who really enjoyed Jurassic World. I thought it had a really good pace to it. I thought a really good vibe and a really good bit of energy to it. So, I think that Episode 9, I mean, it has to be dark, it has to end out the trilogy and possibly the whole saga. If they're not going to do a 10, 11, and 12, I don't think that they're going to do another 3 after this. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be more anthology films, but I think the saga and the core story is going to end after Episode 9. So, Colin Trevorrow's the guy who's going to have to bring this whole saga to an end. So I do have faith in him. I think it could be cool. And I think Rian Johnson is still writing the script to 9. He's directing 8, and he's writing 8 as well. But I think that he's writing 9 too. So, that collaboration should be something special, hopefully. But that's pretty much all the Star Wars news that they broke at D23. So now let's talk about, I don't really have much on this, but the Marvel stuff that they did. I didn't get to see any of the footage. None of it was leaked. Obviously, I didn't get to go. But Captain America Civil War, the footage was shown, and what I did read is we saw Black Panther in action, so that must have been cool. Hawkeye and Black Widow fight for a little bit. No sight of Spider-Man or the Hulk. Hulk is rumored to be in the film, not confirmed. Spider-Man confirmed to be in the movie. We didn't see any of him. And we saw Captain America and Tony Stark going at it a bit. So, once we do get to see that footage, I'm sure it'll be really cool to see. But just hearing about it is really cool. And then there was also Doctor Strange footage shown with Benedict Cumberbatch and all that. And apparently that was all like a wacky-do kind of sequence of like Inception stuff happening, and streets twisting and turning, and yellow bits of electricity or whatever it is that shoots out of his hand, is what I read anyway. I didn't get to see any of it, so once I actually get to see the Doctor Strange footage, I think I'll understand more of what the people were talking about. But it did seem cool. That's pretty much all they had for Marvel, really, that I wanted to talk about. And now there is a bit of Pixar information that they did announce, and I think that happened yesterday. But a side note, that Inside Out comes to Blu-ray and DVD on November 3rd. So, if you want to pick that up, mark your calendars. Toy Story 4, John Lasseter came to the stage and he talked about Toy Story 4, and he said it was going to be a love story, kind of like a rom-com between Woody and Bo Peep, which is interesting to me because they said it, I mean, it's not a direct sequel, I guess. It's kind of like a spin-off, but not exactly. I'm not entirely sure on that. But I think where they're going is because in Toy Story 3, they said Bo Peep was sold. Andy sold Bo Peep, so I think the story is Woody and Buzz and maybe the rest of the gang are looking for Bo Peep. Personally, for me, I mean, I think it's cool that they're doing a Toy Story 4 to see these characters in a new not live action, but a new feature-length film on the screen. I think that's cool, but I don't really know why they're making it. I mean, this just doesn't seem like that compelling story that they have to make, I mean, I could have seen Toy Story 4 or this Bo Peep Woody love story just to be, another short film. I mean, but that's just right now. Once we start seeing the trailers and the footage and the film itself, then obviously maybe my opinion will change. But I'm excited for it, sure. But I think from what we've heard, it could have just been a short film. And then they talk about Finding Dory, where Ellen came on the stage and some of the cast came on the stage, the new cast. There was footage shown, which I did hear what was in the footage. You had Marlin and Nemo and Dory all together doing their thing, and then Dory, she falls asleep or something, and then she escapes, and I think this is going to be a story where Marlin and Nemo have to find Dory, kind of like Marlin and Dory had to find Nemo. It's going to be reversed. It's going to be Marlin and Nemo to have to find Dory, but I hope it's not going to be the same exact thing as the first one, just in different scenarios. I want a new story, because Pixar always used to say that they weren't going to do any sequels, and if they did, it would be because the story was right. I just hope in this case that it's not, it's not just going to be a rehash of the first one. And then they just showed us some posters for The Incredibles 2 and Cars 3. Nothing too fancy, just, they were just the logos, pretty much. There wasn't really any characters. It was just the logos of the films. But that's pretty much all Pixar had to talk about. I mean, I'm sure there was more, but those are just some of the things that I wanted to talk about. In some of the main things that I wanted to talk about. And then finally, the last thing I have to talk to you guys about, or I want to talk to you guys about, is those two new posters for Alice Through the Looking Glass. For me, I just personally thought they were just kind of, they weren't like fantastic posters. They were just like teaser posters. You just had pretty much this big white background with characters in the middle, very small versions of the characters. So, you can't even really see their faces. Mad Hatter's turned around entirely, so we don't get to see his face if he has any new makeup for this one or anything. I'm not really sure what the Alice one looked like. Maybe she was facing us, but it was very far away. You couldn't really see much. So they looked intriguing. They looked cool. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movie. I liked it. I didn't love it. So this one, it's produced by Tim Burton. It's not directed by him. So we'll have to see. That looks interesting. And finally, the last thing that I have on here, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales comes out in July 2017, and they officially announced that this has been rumored for a long time, but it's been officially announced that Orlando Bloom is coming back as Will Turner, and I could not be happier about this. I think that that's one of the reasons why I didn't like the fourth one as much as I did. I didn't really enjoy the fourth one at all. I mean, it was okay. I didn't hate the movie. It was alright, but I just felt that a lot of the main cast was missing, and especially Will Turner. I mean, he is still to this day my favorite character of the series, even over Jack Sparrow. I don't know why. I just really like that character. Maybe I connected with him in some strange ways. I don't know, but Will Turner is my favorite character, and I'm happy he's coming back. Now, some people think that he's just coming back for the heck of it, or nobody cares about it anymore. There are people that care, and I am one of those people. I'm a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, and I love the series, even the fourth one. It is included. The first, second, and third, I love them. The fourth one, it's okay, and I hope the fifth one is going to be good, too. They did show a new logo for it. The skull looks a bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing. The title and then the subtext underneath it. It looked pretty cool. But, they didn't really talk about it much. I mean, Johnny Depp came out as Jack Sparrow, apparently, and was throwing grapes at the audience or something like that. But, one of the things I didn't talk about that I was really hoping that they would talk about is, National Treasure 3. Not a lot of people have been talking about it. I think it's still in development. I don't know, but personally for me, I really enjoyed the first two National Treasure films. I think they're great adventure films, and I am looking forward to a third one. I think it's the best Nicolas Cage has ever been. Let me rephrase. I don't think it's the best he's ever been. I think for me, it's the best Nicolas Cage films that I could personally watch and have a good time with. That's what I meant. But they didn't talk about that at all. And tomorrow they are going to do some Disney Infinity news. There's going to be new characters announced for 3.0, and that's all happening tomorrow. So I might tweet about that or something. I did tweet today when they announced some of this. I tweeted a little bit. So if you guys, if you don't have me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. Let me see if anything else went down or leaked or was announced or anything. I'm not sure if there was, but if there was, I'll do it live. Might as well. But Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book footage gets a standing ovation. Well, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that that was happening. Isn't Andy Serkis doing a Jungle Book film? That's what I thought. Maybe there's 2 coming out. I don't know. Wait a minute. I'm getting this from schmoesknow.com, by the way, so you guys, if you're into scoops and stuff, check them out. If you haven't already, they're great. It is a live-action Jungle Book film being directed by Jon Favreau, and apparently the footage they shown got a standing ovation. Serkis' directorial debut. I guess Andy Serkis is doing one that is not Disney. So, and they're also doing a Pete's Dragon live action. That'll be something. So yeah, guys, that's about it, really. I mean, there's nothing really else I could talk about right now off the top of my head. I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, guys, what do you think about all this stuff? About the new Force Awakens poster, the Rogue One stuff, the Pixar stuff, the Disney stuff, the Marvel stuff, anything, or even things I didn't talk about that you maybe wanted me to talk about, or you are just looking for conversation about? Comment in the comment section and give your thoughts on the stuff. And also, you could, like I said before, you could follow me on, if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description. Also, if you want to like my Facebook review page, the link is also in the description of this video. I was supposed to see The Man from U.N.C.L.E. yesterday, but I wasn't really feeling too good. I don't know what was the problem. It was the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, but I'm hopefully I'm better right now. I feel better, so you know, I might get to it. I don't think I'm going to get to it today. I might get to it tomorrow or even Monday or Tuesday. But, you know, a review might be up. So that's why, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what, you know, if I'm going to review that or whatever. This is ridiculous. Why is there so much history? I literally just turned the laptop on today, and there's all these weather. I don't even look at the weather on this. Okay, this is ridiculous. Well, guys, thank you for watching this video. It's a little longer than my reviews or Blu-ray unboxings or anything like that, but still, you know, I want to talk about some of this stuff, and I did, and if you guys want to talk about it too, comment below like I said, and yeah, I'm just rambling now. So guys, have a good day, and I hope you subscribe. Over and out.